could be a little bit too close. Well, don't know if you know, but I got loads of YouTube subscribers. So I was like, let's go live. Let's see if anyone actually watches these things. I'm not even sure they do, but maybe this could be a way that you could ask me stuff and I can answer it. Look at that, 165,000. Oh, cover up the monetization bit. Well, let me just creep it in. Look at that, 164. Kind of a big deal. And then we're straight into the comments. Hello, this isn't Ashika Island. Mate, I'll be in the war zone in 45 minutes. You know, I've got to walk the dog one more time and then that's it. But yeah, so I'm very appreciative to everyone. The views on my videos at the moment have been crazy. The comments, super positive, the interactions. And I'll be honest, I'm enjoying making YouTube content a lot more. I feel like YouTube's a much more positive environment than TikTok and Instagram. And I feel like you guys are better. Sounds crazy to say that. Anyone can scroll and see a video on Instagram, but you guys are actively going out and clicking on my stuff. And for that, I'm very grateful because I'm making money, not a lot, but I'm making money and I'm reinvesting it. I'm getting like new cameras and equipment and all this fancy stuff behind. And yeah, it's great. What's good from South Africa? All right. I could offend a lot of you, okay? But I've heard a rumor that in South Africa, there's one thing you never say. There's something in South Africa that is the most offensive thing that you would never dream of saying it. You would never, ever. You massa puss. Can you let me know out of 10 how offensive that is? Because I've heard you should never say it. Downloaded the new app. I'm a big fan, so well done. Thank you very much. Thanks for the motivation, James. Keep it up. Thank you. Okay, let's keep going. Your calculator says to me, I'm to have 2,200 calories from deficit, but I'm struggling to drop weight with 1,700. I'm 19 stone, but 2,200 feels a lot. If you're 19 stone and you're not losing weight on 1,700, there could be a reporting error. Look, Louise, I'm not here saying you're a liar. But, you know, if you were doing just a general modicum of exercise, you should be losing weight on that. Could there potentially be weekends at play here? You know, but yeah. Have you ever been to Japan? Konnichiwa. No, I haven't, and I'm very much hoping that's Japanese. Otherwise, I was just racist on a live. Come to North Korea. We love your content here. I'd love to come to North Korea. I'd love to come. I'd love to come to North Korea. I hear the if requests are allowed, would you do some content on training with colitis? I don't know enough about it, I'm afraid. I know that it's one hell of a condition. But I don't know about training considerations for that, if I'm honest. Hey mate, am I actually possible to grow my shoulders much, or am I flogging a dead horse? Yes. Keep in mind that your deltoids are used quite a lot in push and pull movements. So it would be a case of prioritizing, make sure you're getting a lot of pushing and pulling. But yeah, you're never flogging a dead horse. The shoulders you're comparing yourself to are probably people on steroids. So when you take anabolic steroids, I can tell you firsthand that your shoulders and your traps have these things in them called androgen receptors. So it's the first place that blow up. If you ever want, you know, like Tom Hardy in the film Warrior. Yeah, so those are places that do blow up. Oh, never say that. They say you should never say that word I said before. If you don't know what that word was, you might have to scroll back up. Okay, here we go. Amazing turning out so many videos. Why did you ramp up the number of them? I'm learning, if I'm honest. So with every video I put up, I look at the analytics, look at the retention, I look at the click-through rate. I'm actually analyzing the analytics. I'm trying to learn you guys because it's very difficult for me to sit here and try and understand who you are, what your interests are, what is going to benefit you, and what potentially is going to make your life better through content. So I'm putting out a high amount of volume at the moment so that I can understand what you like more, so I can then double down on that. There are more offensive things you could say in Afrikaans. Okay. Anytime at uni, I forced myself upstairs because you. Thank you. What do you think of Psalms? MK677. I don't know enough about them, but I soon, I'll tell you guys because you're watching on live. I will be soon testing peptides. And then after peptides, Could there be scope to testing out arms? There bloody well could be. There bloody well could be. Hi, James, your opinion. What's the best body fat percentage to start a mass gaining phase? You follow too many bodybuilders. Mass gaining phase, mass gaining. Right. What's the best body fat percentage? One, live your life, man. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you got a bit of fat, but you're performing well, you're feeling good, your sex drive's in the right place, you're just an animal, you're just going around, you're barking at dogs when they bark at you, you're like, because you're feeling good, right? A mass gaining phase. Can we not just say you want to build a bit of muscle? You want a bit of gains, you want a bit of bulk code and a bit of Swoldemort. You want to be called the quad father when you walk into the room, right? What's the best body fat percentage? Give me a happy man. Give me a training program he enjoys. Give me a high protein diet and that man will get what he wants. You know what I mean? Would you rather fight 100 tiny Paul Lemas or one giant Diran? Probably one giant Diran. He's soft, man. That guy is soft. What guard do you like to play? See your guard, just play a bit of butterfly. You know, just let my opponents get on top of me. Hey, bro, just get on top. Get on top. Let me work my magic. And if you want to know how I pass, I step into reverse De La Riva and I do a step over pass a lot of the time. So if we have a roll, that you know how I'm coming through. You know I'm coming through. How'd you gain confidence, James? Well, funny you should ask that, Aki Sleepy. Imagine if behind me there happened to be a book, right? And imagine if I didn't plant this question, by the way. Imagine if that book was called How to Be Confident. And imagine if that book, shall we? Chapter 1. I've done a book on it, mate. I've done a book. It's not expensive, right? You go to any of your good bookstores and you could get yourself a copy, mate. There you go. Look at that. Would you imagine that? Book set. What's that? Oh, God, my phone's vibrating. Amazon's down. Well, Amazon's down because so many people bought your book. Cool, mad. Okay, hold on. Pretty sure Andrew Tate has been watching you. Started talking about open loops in his latest interview. Do you know what? He could. He bloody well could have. I need to watch that. Controversial opinion. You know, he's a nice guy. When I met him, he was very polite. It was very nice. Doesn't mean, actually, no. You know, everyone says, don't agree with everything he says. Do you know what? No, I'm not saying that. Because guess what? That's applicable to everyone. That's such a bullshit thing to say, isn't it? Well, I don't agree with everything you say. I don't agree with anything everyone says. You know, there's even Joe Rogan, right? I think he's a G. But the person I hold in one of the highest regards, don't agree with everything he says. Then again, anyone. So when people say that, just shut up. You know what I mean? Just shut up. Please make a video on how to make protein ice cream. Listen, can't. All right, if there's two things I'm going to say on the live. Number one, leave the kids alone. Number two, leave the ice cream alone, all right? Ice cream is not for getting protein. Ice cream's for enjoying yourself. Ice cream, a little Saturday night, I had a little chocolate bar. Yeah, come in. Oh, yeah, bit of ice cream, get it out. Maxi-Bon. Would you rather have a Maxi-Bon? Or it's a trick question. You'd always have a Maxi-Bon. Best ice cream in the world, voted 2024 by James Smith Academy, PTY Limited. So, you know, protein ice cream, don't mess with it. Don't mess with perfection, my man. Get protein from your chicken, get it from your poultry, get it from your fish, get it from your whey. But don't be way out of order by trying to put protein in ice cream. What do you think about explosive exercises? Clean, pull, are they worth having in a program for hypertrophy? Not really. They'd be in for like explosive performance. Okay, can you recommend a martial art for someone with no experience? What would you suggest? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but that's a bias. But yeah, I don't like being punched or kicked. Have you seen the new Arnie documentary? I've not. BJJ or Thai boxing? BJJ every time. Don't get punched. Don't get CTE. Don't get concussions. Your ears get a bit mangled after a while, but that's about it. I like your dry humor. Thank you. What do you think about something? I don't know what they are. I'm sorry. Thoughts on BJJ Gordon Ryan? Do you think he cycles on and off? Probably. He probably doesn't come off. A lot of these guys, high-level jiu-jitsu athletes, they just stay on. Probably going to shave 10 years off their life, but they're going to live good. Because when you're on that HMS good shit, and you're on the gear all the time, and someone says, hey, yo, you're not going to live to 70. You're like, I don't care. Living life. Got my first stripe last week. Well done. Any gym advice for a 41-year-old beginner? Take it easy. Enjoy yourself. You know, lift your weights. Enjoy. What is your go-to exercise for the upper back? Probably bent over row, if I'm honest, at the moment, or chest supported dumbbell rows. What'd you say about my mum? Still best joke I've heard in your vids. That and Tyler. So imagine this, right? I've got a mate in the UK, and he's quite a funny guy, but he's got no social media following or anything like that. And I steal his jokes because I know deep down that he sees my content and it kills him inside. He met Diran not too long ago, and my mate had to tell him how many of the jokes that I use are his jokes. And I just know that my friend lives in Maidenhead and he loses sleep at night because I get credit for his jokes. And I just continually put his jokes in all my content. So I know that it just kills him at night. Okay, here we go. All right. Do you recommend Whoop? Do you know what? I've done a video on this. I take it off when I'm doing videos because they're not getting free advertising out of me. But let me tell you this, right? Let me tell you this. When you wear a Whoop and you got a social media following, they say to you, right, do you want to give your following a free month of Whoop? Okay? They get $50 per person that takes the free trial. $50, right? And I've got 500,000 people on my email list. So this hurts a bit, but there was the opportunity for me. I did that Whoop video, got over 100,000 views in like its first month. If I was to go to my social channels and say to people, would you like to try Whoop for a month? $50. $50 per person. 1,000 people do it, it's $50,000. And I'm not doing it because the second I take money from any business, my word is not my word. If that makes sense, because there's no way anyone can profiteer from a product and give their honest review. So it was hard because my interest rates are on the way up. I'm bleeding money out here. But it's been 9 years in the making, never done a paid post. Although I could have sent an email and made fucking 2 years salary, I didn't do it because then I would be here going, oh, do you know what? The Whoop is amazing. I love the fact that my heart rate variability is shown to me in the morning. And the reason that Whoop is so much better than other fitness trackers is that I come out when I do jiu-jitsu. But yeah. Okay. Start BJJ because of your video on starting BJJ. I'm proud of you. Well done. I'm proud of you. Which end of the maxi bond you smashing first? We're still talking about maxi bonds. Always the soft end last. What's your favorite submission? Do love like a little heel hook, little rear naked choke. But yeah, I like all submissions. They all feel the same. Nothing better than making a full-grown man submit to you. What's your thought on thermo fat burners? I guarantee it's just caffeine dressed up in a funny jacket. That could be a video, actually. That could be a video. Fat strippers. I'm going to write that on my MacBook. Oh, I'm already thinking thumbnail. Thanks for that. EAA any good? Not really. Essential amino acids. If you're consuming enough protein, it's just a waste. Just a waste. Okay. All right. Did I miss some? Yes, I did. How many coffees did we run these days? I've had about 3 today. I've got an exercise bike under my office desk. Roast me. What does your dad think when you go home at Thanksgiving? Your dad says, son, how's work? And you go, well, Dad, I've got an exercise bike under my desk. How do you do it? I don't know. Welcome to Australia, by the way, as a permanent resident. Glad to have you. Oi, oi, oi. Thank you very much. Very happy to be here. What do you think of walking for fat loss? Underrated. I tell you what, guys. We've got 200 people watching this. I'm going to finish the last questions. You comment something and I will tell you if it's underrated or overrated. We'll do fast fire. So I'll give you a minute to get what you want down and I'll say overrated, underrated. This could be a fun game, this. Okay. How reliant should we be on fitness apps and watches? Use them to your benefit, but don't get obsessed with them if I was you. Yeah, personally, I think you're a sellout if you do it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Since it's your word, how can you be like Sonic Air over Oral B? But do you know what? I've just enjoyed Sonic Air better than Oral B. It's my truth. It's my truth. It's my truth. Your thoughts on intermittent fasting? Did a video last week. James, make 8-minute videos to get paid. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I get paid on the shorter ones as well, just not a lot. But that's it. That's it. What's your thoughts on cinnamon fat loss? No. Alfie update. It's good. It's good. All right. Now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into it. All right. I need to hydrate. Intermittent fasting, overrated. Buggy chokes, underrated. Baldness, underrated. Australian chicks, underrated. Gardening, underrated. Foam roller, overrated. Calorie deficit for fat loss, underrated. Biking, pass. Arnold press, overrated. Intermittent fasting, overrated again. Supersets, underrated. Air bikes, overrated. Turmeric, every morning, pass. Marriage, underrated. Stretching, overrated. Donuts for fat loss, underrated. BJJ, underrated. Bow and arrow chokes, overrated. Nah, to be fair, I love them. Protein bars, overrated. James Smith, underrated. A running pram, pass. Weighted pull-up belts. That's a niche demographic, man. There's never a time I've done chin-ups and gone, wow, wish I had more weight. Deadlifts, underrated. Barefoot shoes, overrated. Walking and running after a workout, overrated. Dumbbell shoulder press, pass. 5x5 workouts for strength, overrated. Ooh, creatine, underrated. Leg extension, underrated. Mobility, underrated. Whoop, pass. Fish oil supplement, don't know enough about them. Weighted vest, overrated. Doggy, underrated. We're going to go do the last minute of these, okay? Lifting gloves, overrated. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. You thought I said it, but I didn't say it. V-shred, overrated. Bodyweight training, overrated. Actually, calisthenics, different to that. Donald Trump, he's funny, right? Why aren't I allowed to like Donald Trump, right? This is the thing. You know, everyone's he's like a comedian, Donald Trump. He's like a WWE character in real life. Oh my God, you're gay. You don't look gay. You know, the things you say, he's hilarious. And because he's not the president of my country, I think he's underrated. Beta alanine, pass. Doing someone's mum. Wow. Triple H, overrated. Ketamine, underrated. Handstand walks, overrated. Home workouts, underrated if they're done properly. Turkish get-ups, overrated. Kettlebells, overrated. Let's have a look. Last ones. Okay. Susanna Reid, underrated. Okay. Pro wrestling. And do you know what? I'll finish this on that one. Do you know, WWE's come up a lot on my TikTok recently. Mate, when I watched pro wrestling as a kid, you then found out it was fake. And you were like, oh, it's fake. But it's flipping. It's real, the stuff they're doing, the jumping around, the diving around. They go from height, like when you're jumping off the cage, the shit Mick Foley used to do back in the day. I've got a newfound respect for wrestlers. German volume training, overrated. We're going to call it a day there. Everyone, love having you here. We've had some fun. We've had some fun. So what I need from you, behave yourselves, all of you. And I'll tell you what, I don't ask for much. I'm going to pin this bad boy. I have an email list. I only send out wisdom. I don't promote anything. I don't promote any rubbish. I very rarely ask you for anything. Give us your email address. Give us your email. I'm not going to spam you. Just when I bring out something, maybe a book, maybe this, maybe that. I actually do have something in the works coming out soon. I'll give you an email about it. And yeah. And with most things that I sell, if you don't like it, let me know. I'll send you your fucking money back. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Never a chore. And just at the 20-minute mark, we will wrap up and Guys, it's been a bloody blast. See you again soon. Bye bye.